Well, I'm back down here where I got that pin oak the other day, and we're loading up just a little bit of hackberry. I got a 14-foot log in the trailer already, and we're using a 32 horse Cub Cadet loader tractor in order to get the blocks that the tree trimmer prepared. A buddy of mine's in town. He's a Cub Cadet dealer. Sure beats throwing these things on by hand, let me tell you. I'm using the PJ 18,000 pound tandem dump today, along with the old 85 Ford. I did a couple of TikToks on that old Ford a time or two. Now, if you guys don't use them, let me tell you something. Skid and tongs are absolutely great for loading pieces that are just a little bit too big to muscle up, or for loading logs. With one of these little tractors, you can haul 14-foot, 16-foot logs very, very easily. You get the balance point, have one person walk along beside it, and you just take off and just load as simple as can be. There's the 14-foot log in the trailer already. Getting ready to set this other little short piece right on top. Hackberry's got its place. It's definitely not an exterior lumber though. This is a Cub Cadet 3200 E3200. We're picking up that button cut off of that pin oak. Well, the little Cub couldn't get it up over the edges, but we got it right there on the tail end, and he's going to slide it the rest of the way in. That's good. Correction, that is an EX 3200, 32 horsepower. I do not know what the loader capacity is, but it was at its maximum with this piece right here. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, let's slide a 14-foot long hackberry out of the back of the dump trailer. The reason I'm doing that is I don't want to dump it out on the ground. I want to set it down and pick it up with the forks and set it right on the bandsaw mill. Hackberry is not the best wood for heating, and it's not really the best wood for construction either. It's good though for shelving, things like that, and you can actually build furniture and stuff out of hackberry, but it does not maintain integrity if it's used outside. So we're just going to go ahead and set this on the mill, and we're going to go ahead and saw some probably 1x6s, 1x8s, maybe a little bit of 6/4 material. Now, I built this 21-foot 4-inch trailer out of bar joists for my Frontier OS27 bandsaw mill. Took a mobile home axle from the 1950s, the big, where they had the heavy-duty Timken bearings in them, and I cut the center out of it, sharpened it up, and made my own fenders and put it all together. And the reason I take my time on this is because it is on a trailer and not setting directly on the ground on heavy 6x6 cross beams. A lot of the accuracy of your sawing relies on the saw head remaining square and plumb with the bed frame, and the only way to do that is to be gentle with them whenever you have them on a trailer of any shape or size, unless it's just so massively overbuilt you have nothing to worry about. But for the most part, you just have to take your time and be careful, and it definitely pays off for you in the long run. As far as rigidity is concerned, those bar joists are absolutely incredible for being rigid. There's no deflection in the middle at all, even though I have 4 5,000 pound trailer jacks on the 4 extremes. It holds it perfectly level, and axles, I took the tires off of them so that I can get it low to the ground as possible, but there's no deflection to it, and it works just perfectly well. But you still have to be careful because you can shake and get everything out of square and out of plumb. Some of you guys with Frontier Mills or Norwood Mills will recognize that I've got a homemade 3-inch by 6-inch piece of oak. I've got actually 3 of those that I can set in there in between the saw bunks themselves, and I can add to anytime I want and saw any length material because of those homemade additional bunks. Now I'm telling you, I'm a little concerned about this here. Across the butt cut, it's diagonally, it's 48 across one way and 53 the other way, and up here on the top it's approximately 46 inches across, and I don't know, it's 28 inches in length, I think. So I don't know what it weighs, but it's going to deal my little Kubota fit, I believe. Well, actually, I got to tell you, I'm quite surprised that I was able to pick it up. But I do have 485 pounds, I think, of counterweight on the back end. That helped a tremendous amount. But I got to set this over by the wood splitter, and we'll have to pare this down with a chainsaw instead of manhandling it. Tell you what, these little Kubotas will continually surprise you. This is my 3rd one. I've got 3 of them, and this is the biggest one, but it's only a B3030. But I tell you what, these things do surprise you. I'm going to try to set it over here so I can work on this with the chainsaw. From down here by the sawmill where I set that hackberry, you can get a little more perspective on the size of that the size of that pin oak butt cut as compared to that 1010 John Deere rear wheel. And by the way, the pitiful condition of my wood pile says the weather's going to be fair and warmer. But hey guys, thanks a lot for coming with me this afternoon and picking up a couple chunks.
These are the logs that came off of that butt cut we just loaded up with a little difficulty. And now we're going to go show another one that's a little bit too big for the tractor too.
And go ahead and roll that down a little bit. Like he's gonna make it. This is pretty healthy log here. I think it's white pine. It's probably about 28 inches across right here. Just correcting the angle. Got the 2 forks together, just going to pick up that one end, and hopefully I'll be able to back under it. Should be able to pick up one end with relative ease. Okay, now all I gotta do is back under. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, hopefully he'll be able to come around here to the back side. We give her a little bit of a push.
So guys, thanks for stopping in today. And this is TractorMan 44, man, and I'm out of here.